Good evening, viewers. I'm 21st Century Cat.
And I'm Mr. Funny.
And tonight, we watched...
Terminator Salvation.
Cue the music. Ba-da-dun-dun, da-da-dun.
You gonna put that in?
If I can find it.
Yeah, you can find it. Yeah, well, I was looking forward to it, but I was holding back a little bit because, you know, I was thinking, you know, it's not going to be the same without Arnie, is it?
No, no.
So,
better acting for a start.
Yeah, well, didn't need to worry about that because he was playing the part of a machine. That's why he played it so well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay, so we saw the film. Overall, I mean...
Overall, it was shite. It was rubbish. My first problem was that Kyle Reese had the gun right up close to Marcus Wright. Right.
And what's wrong with that?
Well,
he was trying to threaten him, wasn't he?
He was keeping him back. He had the gun and he said, "Stay back." And he was walking towards him and he said, "Stay back." And he got close. And in my mind, I was saying, bloody shoot him, right? If he's going to get within arm's length. So if as soon as he's within arm's length, shoot him. Or move back yourself. Anyway, as in a lot of movies and films, they don't do it. They get up close. They get within arm's length. He's got the gun, you know, right up close to him. And I'm thinking, all he's got to do is grab it.
Mm.
What does he do? He grabs it. Yeah, so that's my first problem. Now, this really got me quite annoyed, this did. You know when they shot down the pilot, and the pilot, at this time, we didn't know it was going to be male or female, did we?
We didn't. Oh, right, yeah. She
took her helmet off, right? Now, bear in mind...
She was a babe.
War situation.
Yeah.
It's a war situation. And they're fighting for their lives. They could be killed at any second. She takes her helmet off, and then what does she do? She flings back her hair, doesn't she? I'm surprised he didn't put that in slow motion and put some
romantic music behind it.
Who's that bloke that sings the romantic music?
Burt Bacharach.
No, the
Elton John.
Used to be on a programme. The black bloke, isn't it?
Which one? Can you be more specific? The black one.
Oh, he does the romantic...
Marvin Gaye.
No.
Luther Vandross.
No, not him.
Barry White.
Ah, Barry White. Right, when she's going like that, I'm surprised they didn't put it in slow motion and put some Barry White music on.
Yeah.
Because for a brief second, I thought to myself, am I watching a film here? Or am I watching the bloody L'Oreal advert? Third bit is, you know, when they're at the fire, when she's like the babe, as you want to call her, and Marcus, they've created a fire, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because they're walking back to base, and it's going to take them 2 days to get there. So overnight, they're making like a little bit of a camp, and they've had a fire. Right now, she was near the fire, wasn't she? She was really close to the fire.
She was, yeah, I remember.
And he was sat back from the fire.
Yeah.
She moved to him because she said that she was cold and needed to warm up. Right? And she puts her arm around him and says, "Oh, you know, I need to warm up." Now, she was right next to the fire, and she moves away from the fire just to put her arm around him and tell him that she needs to warm up.
I'm a little bit cold, so she was a little bit cold, so she walks away from the fire. That's what.
Yeah, she says that she needs some body heat. Well, what better heat than to have all that flame heat coming off? You know, that's nice and warm.
So you're saying, did she ever consider just staying by the fire? She was cold.
She was right close to the fire, and she was cold. She moved away from the fire to put her arms around him and say that she needed some body heat. Is body heat hotter than a flame? Google it.
What are you? I'm the only hope you have.
And what are we up to now? 5? Is it 5?
That was 5, 2, 3, 6. Don't number it, because that makes it a bit difficult for the other 10.
Oh yeah, yeah. All right. Well, my next point is the fact that he was a machine, and she fell in love with him.
What?
She fell in love with a machine.
She didn't know he was a machine.
When he was a machine, she did know he was a machine. He had all the metal parts. Didn't he? It was all like machine.
Are you saying it's not possible to fall in love with a machine? Do you love your car? Is that a machine?
I don't love my car.
Do you like your car?
Yeah.
So you've got affection for your car?
No.
What's the difference?
No, I haven't. That's good enough. I ain't got affection for my car.
So I could go out there and like just take her back to your car now, and it wouldn't bother you because you don't care about
it would bother me because then how am I going to get home?
Right.
All right. So the machine's got a human heart, and the human who's dying needs a heart transplant,
right.
and the machine who's got a conscience. Don't ask me how that happened. Anyway, that is.
I'm picking up.
That's it.
You know, these cryptic clues you're giving me. I'm picking up that you weren't that much of a fan of this film. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, that is fair to say. Yeah, I thought it was rubbish.